Okay, so finally got my DRO installed on the mill. I got a lot of time involved in it. It probably took me about 14 hours or so, but I'm totally happy with it. Put the dial indicators on it. It is right out of the box, very accurate. I didn't have to reprogram anything yet. It's a SHARS SDS6-2V. I only got the 2 axes, mainly because I got a good deal on it. If I was to buy one, I probably would have got one for the knee as well, but can't pass up a deal. So I'll show you a couple of things that I did to put it on there. The guy I bought it from, he's looking for the bracket to mount the DRO unit. So for now, I just took a piece of aluminum and bolted it to the back of the ram to hold it up. I didn't want to spend too much time on it in case he finds that part. So the first thing I did was on the X axis here. I got these where the lube or where the coolant pours out. I made a couple of custom screws and plugged them up good. Just try to keep some of the contamination out of the reader head. Got it as perfect as you can get, at least to my capabilities. It's got a little room for adjustment, so I just took my time with the indicator and got it on there pretty perfect. And then I had to make the bracket here for the reader head. It was pretty simple. I just made these on the mill and I slotted them so that reader head could move back and forth, and then these holes are slotted as well, so I could change it this direction and out this way. And I turned down this spacer here on the lathe, so as you can see, when you bring in the Y-axis, to keep your reader head from getting crushed on the back here, it will actually bump into one of these dovetails, and then if it's up above, you'll actually crash this into here, so the reader head is totally protected. Then as far as the cable management, this was one of the cheap generic brackets, like probably the only bracket I was able to use out of the whole kit. I just found a already drilled and tapped hole and just ran a screw in and put the zip ties to it. So yeah, that's about the only good these prefabricated brackets are that come with it. So well, at least I got to use one of them. And then for the Y-axis, this was the tricky axis to do. You know, nothing on the side of this machine is straight. It's kind of waved and then it's tapered down this way. So it took twice as long to do the Y-axis as it did the X. So I made I tried to reuse these holes in here that are already tapped, but they just weren't working out. So I ended up drilling the machine and tapping them where I thought it'd be a little bit better. I don't know if you can see in here or not. Yeah. Okay, so I turned down some aluminum spacers to try to shim it out. There's a mounting bracket that actually bolts to the machine, and then your linear scale will bolt to that bracket. So I tried to get that first bracket as best I could with this spacer, and then I also turned down one in the front and put a little bit of a taper on it to get it square. You can just see in there, you can just see it right there. And then when I did bolt the scale to it, I also made some spacers for that, but it was just real fine tuning, so it worked out pretty well. I'm actually probably gonna get like some backer rod or some foam or something, and I'm just gonna tuck that back in there, maybe some caulk, I don't know. I think backer rod would be just fine, and then if I ever wanna clean it out good, I can just pull it out, throw it away, get a new piece. It's cheap, waterproof, so. And then this bracket I had to make, which is pretty simple design. There was already 1/4-20 holes. There's 4 holes into here. So I was able to reuse those. And then I just made this piece slotted. So the bracket that goes out to the reader head is able to be adjusted nice and easy up and down, or put a little tip in it. And then also this bracket right here came with the kit, which was, I guess I was able to use 2 pieces out of the kit. So that worked out pretty nice. And then those are slotted as well. So lots of room for adjustment, and man, it's totally accurate. I haven't had any problem. I've had the dial indicator on it multiple times testing it, and just totally happy. So can't wait to start doing some projects with it and see how it holds up. So that's all I got. So far, I recommend it for the price.